all-time biggest sellers here on HSN. Starting out with Andrew's multivitamin, the world's most advanced and comprehensive. This is Essential1, and this is a really big night for us. Not only do we have extraordinary pricing on Essential1 by itself or blended with Coenzyme Q10, but this is the launch of an updated formula. Andrew is with us on Skype. Andrew, it's great to be with you as always, and as you know, I'm always excited to talk about Essential1.
Yeah, Essential1 is, it's our foundational product. It originally appeared, hard to say this, back in 1979, wow. 45 years ago. It was the foundational multivitamin. It's changed a tremendous amount. You could look at it 20 years ago, 25 years ago. It would be better than any multivitamin available today. And we just improved it again. We just added Vitamin K2 MK7. So we have all of these things in our multivitamin that you'll only find typically in specialized separates. Our special form of B12, our special form of folate, lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, vitamin K2 MK7. When you look at all these things and realize you could get this for less than 20 cents a day, which again, this is the best price it's ever been. If you go back decades, the best price it's ever been. And you get two choices. And Adam, I know you're going to show you get to the standard Essential1, nothing standard about it. It comes with 10 milligrams of CoQ10 because I consider CoQ10 to be like a B vitamin. So we're the only multivitamin that has CoQ10 as a standard component of its B vitamins. And then you get another version that comes with a full 100 milligrams of CoQ10. Back in the day, that would be about $1 a day. Right. And that's only about 13 cents more per day. So when you get the standard multivitamin, nothing standard about it, it's less than 20 cents a day. For about 33 cents a day, a little more than 30 cents a day, you get this same multivitamin with 100 milligrams of CoQ10 added in. It's a product that we do once a year, and everyone clamors for it throughout the year. So this is the opportunity to get it and to get incredible pricing as well.
I always stock up on this day every single year. As soon as I get off the air tonight, I'll be doing just that. I never go a day without Andrew's Essential1. For so many of us, a multivitamin is the easiest thing to do to give us that head start, to give us that boost. It's one every day. And we can talk tonight, obviously, about some of the comparisons, because there is no comparison in terms of the other brands that are out there in the marketplace. Here's what Andrew was referring to. Here's the pricing on Essential1, 60, 180, or 360. That's what the pricing would be. This is what it is today. Massive saving for sure. However, if you go with the version blended with CoQ10, the savings are even greater. Again, same size capsule count, but look at this, 360 capsules will be $262. We're at $119.90. You're saving more than you're spending. Andrew, I think a lot of us are familiar with vitamins through the idea of a multivitamin. If we're going to go to the effort of taking something, you want to make sure it's got maximum performance, right?
And if you're going to take something, you want to get the best value. You want the product to be giving you the ingredients that are going to work. The standard multivitamins, I have charts in a moment. I'll compare this to our standard, the Centrums, the one-a-days. The typical multivitamins in stores are just copies of one-a-days and Centrum. What's interesting is those vitamins have changed very little from literally the time I was born. And I'm not that young. So it's just amazing. It's amazing to me, and even I said this when I was first on TV over 30 years ago, there's no way the vitamin companies are going to continue to make their products in these horrible rock-hard tablets that upset people's stomach and color them with artificial colors. When we think about our health, the last thing we associate with our health is artificial colors. Yet the principal vitamins you see out on the market are colored with artificial colors. Why, I have no idea. But I was just going to do something. You were talking about price a second ago. We just have an interesting chart here that breaks out 7 of the ingredients from the formula. By the way, these aren't even the most expensive. We could break out lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin. It would be even more expensive. But the CoQ10 alone, if you choose to get it, separately, $125 basically. The vitamin D3, 360 capsules a year supply of 2,000 IU vitamin D3, like a separate vitamin D. Our special 100 micrograms, we have a separate B12, 100 micrograms. You get that exact same formula in our multivitamin. 40 micrograms of vitamin K2 MK7. one of the most unsung heroes of vitamins that I've been talking about for more than a decade. It's now getting the attention it deserves. A full 200 milligrams of our non-acidic vitamin C, like a separate vitamin C, 50 milligrams of calcium, 20 milligrams of magnesium. That's almost not even worth mentioning. But when you look at that, there's more than 24 ingredients in this product. Lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, the most expensive per milligram. Not even including those, we're at over $400 if you were getting those 7 things separately. We'd be at about $400 with just the first 5. That doesn't even include our natural vitamin E, which you don't find natural vitamin E in any of the leading multivitamins because it's too expensive. So when you look at our product and you look at how comprehensive it is, and here it is, that's our product. One small, easy to swallow capsule, no additives, no binders, no fillers. It will never upset your stomach. And as you can see, natural beta carotene for our vitamin A, then 2000 IU vitamin D3, 60 IU, 40 milligrams of natural vitamin E, the 200 milligrams of vitamin C, vitamin K2 CoQ10, a full B complex, our special methyl B12, our special methyl folate. The levels of biotin you'd expect in a beauty vitamin, 1,200 micrograms of biotin. Typical multivitamin gives you 30, at most 300. We give you 1,200. And then lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin that you don't find in the leading brands, and then the full complement of minerals. So there's truly nothing like it. And when we look at if we look at the science here, well, first of all, just comparing to the other brands, if we look at this chart, we have higher potency of all the key nutrients than all the leading one-pill brands, all of them. We're the only leading brand with lutein and zeaxanthin. Lutein isn't even listed there. Zeaxanthin, natural vitamin E, CoQ10, methyl B12, methyl folate. None of them contain those ingredients. That chart is outdated. My office didn't update it. Because they're no leading brand with vitamin K2 MK7, no leading brand with coenzyme Q10, none. No artificial colors, no preservatives, no coatings, binders, fillers, or sugars. It is a pure, soft, easy to swallow capsule, no manufacturing additives of any kind. And then vitamins, minerals, and carotenoids are the essential nutrients that define the healthiest foods in a healthy diet. Scientific research has unequivocally established the essential role that they play. We can't live without them. And most Americans, we don't get them. And a daily multivitamin is the only opportunity to get the nutrients that we need. And to get a product like this at pricing like this, it's just not available in any store. The purity of this product, you will not find the methyl B12, the methyl folate, the vitamin K2 MK7, the lutein, the lycopene, the zeaxanthin, the natural vitamin E, the non-acidic vitamin C. You won't find 1 or 2 of those in the best vitamin on a shelf at your local discount store or retailer or pharmacy, even doctor's office. You just don't see it. It's just unfortunately not available. They make their vitamins as they've always been made, and they don't take the care and effort to do what we do when we make a product.
I'm so proud to stand here and talk about this with Andrew, to tell everybody watching about it. If somebody asked me if I had to, present one product for the rest of my life, it would be this one from Andrew. It would be Andrew's Essential 1. If I had to talk to everybody about one item that I know will make a difference, that I know is better than anything else on this earth, it is this one. It's Andrew's Essential 1. We've all known about multivitamins forever and a day, and we're tempted by them, the flashy advertising, the marketing, the flashy labels and packaging. But when you stack them up side by side, when you compare number for number, potency versus potency, there is only one winner, and the facts don't lie, and it's this one. If you were going to spend money on an essential multivitamin, you would buy this one every day of the week, but only one time a year do we do this value. We're about to hit 6,500 sold, and that's many of us restocking as we do year in, year out. It's many of us discovering it for the very first time. The most popular choice is this one, blended with coenzyme Q10. It is the only time where Andrew blends his Essential 1 multivitamin with CoQ10. This is the one I choose. It's hardly any extra, but is a massive valuable saving. It would cost you $262. It saves you $142. Obviously, the price you're paying today is $119, free shipping and on FlexPay. Even to Andrew's point, we have out here some of the usual suspects. It's in this little jar. You can see some of the colors, all these rock-hard tablets. I mean, Andrew, even if you just started there, none of these are anywhere near as good as yours just by the fact that they are a hard tablet.
No, it's almost a comedy to try and compare them. That when you look at them, they're these enormous rock-hard tablets. They're full of binders and fillers and all sorts of other additives. Over the course of a year, if you take 360 tablets over the course of a year, you probably end up consuming somewhere around 1/4 pound, maybe 1/5 pound of additives. Additives.
Scary.
These are binders, fillers. I have a chart I didn't grab that goes through that some of those multivitamin tablets have more additives on the label than I have vitamins, minerals, and carotenoids. And there's a couple of dozen. So it's shocking that they continue to make these products. And unfortunately, it's hard to discern what's in them unless you read the fine print on the label. Sometimes when you throw away the box, you lose the information that lets you know all of the garbage that's in that product that you really wouldn't want to be consuming. And sorry to use that word, but when they put things like carnauba wax is what you find in shoe polish or car wax. When you put it in a vitamin to make it shiny, and you put yellow 5 or yellow 6 or blue 2 or red 40 artificial colors in a vitamin because they think we want to have a pretty colored vitamin. I mean, who do they think we are that we need to have these pretty colors to be willing to take this now unhealthy vitamin? I mean, look at those colors. What's interesting is those are all colored with artificial colors. If you asked me to color those and make them with really healthy natural colors, I could do it. I could make yellow beautiful with CoQ10 or turmeric. You could create a beautiful red using polyphenols from berries. So it's not as though they can't do it. If they think they're pretty colors, they can't do it naturally. They just choose to do it the nasty way, unfortunately. But let me just go to a couple of charts here and then do some comparisons, because a lot of folks think that because my vitamin is so much more pure and so much higher quality, you're not going to get the quantity. You're going to get shortchanged on quantity. And that's something that in the charts in a second you'll see that you get more with mine. You get better quality, better quantity, and better purity. From the Journal of the American Medical Association, I never thought 45 years ago I'd be reading charts from those guys, and I'm thrilled that the world has changed. I started this so long ago. The world has changed, but recent evidence has shown that suboptimal levels of vitamins are health risk factors. They are a risk for disease, chronic disease, not just deficiency disease. Most people do not consume an optimum amount of all vitamins by diet alone. That's an absolute fact. Most people. This is from the Council for Responsible Nutrition. A broad multivitamin with minerals can provide excellent nutritional insurance. It would make good sense to recommend, this is to a doctor, routine use of a multivitamin with minerals for all adults, but especially for the elderly, to compensate for recognized nutritional shortfalls and avoid the consequences of inadequate intake of essential nutrients. The elderly, we might notice it at that point, but it's already causing issues at earlier times. And then we have higher levels of all of these most critical nutrients: vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B1, B2, B5, B6, B12, selenium, lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, vitamin E, biotin, chromium. So it's not even close. This is sort of embarrassing to show. So we'll go through the charts here. Vitamin D3, B12, and vitamin C, many consider the 3 most important components. And mind you, none of them contain K2 MK7. We do. None of them contain our methylfolate. None of them contain our special form of methyl B12, which we should even note on that chart. So there's really no comparison, but just on a quantitative level, vitamin D3, they've increased their levels. We're still double. On B12, ours is the proper natural form. Theirs is all synthetic. Ours is anywhere from 4 times to almost 16 times to say 10 times. So dramatically higher. Vitamin C, again, dramatically higher, multiples. And as we go through the other brands here, 1 a day, Equate. The first chart was Centrum Silver, 1 a day and 1 a day women's. And as you can see, it's not even close. No. I'd say it's a comparison, but it's not even really fair. These are some of the knockoff vitamins that knock off the major brands from Walgreens, from GNC, from Swanson. Again, not even close. Still Target, Kirkland, CVS, Geritol, that's an old name, Geritol, but again, not even close. They used to all be 400 IU of vitamin D3, but typically it's 6 of B12, so we're almost 17 times higher. Again, not even close, and their forms are the low quality forms. As now B1, B2, B6, we can't burn fat without them, we can't produce energy without them. Again, not even close across the board with the same suspects, the one a day, the Centrum, the Nature Made. Again, not even close. So not only are we superior quality, we're superior quantity, their levels really haven't changed almost in my lifetime. But my levels change in response to the research. Biotin, the beauty vitamin, as I said before, typically 30. Look at that. But we give you a level that will make a meaningful difference in the quality of your hair, skin, and nails. Selenium and chromium, the most important of trace minerals, again, dramatically higher. Some actually give 0. And as we see, again, 30 micrograms of biotin. We give you 40 times more. You'd have to take 40 days of their product. And again, biotin's really expensive. Good reason why you don't see it. Right. So as we continue, sorry for going through this, but as you get a sense, it's not even a close call. Lycopene, lutein, zeaxanthin, extremely expensive carotenoids, critical health. Lycopene for the prostate, also for women's reproductive tissue as well. Lycopene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, of course, for eye health and brain health. But most of them give a few hundred micrograms, or basically mostly 0. 0, 0, 0. And I could have another chart here that talks about methylfolate or methyl B12 or vitamin K2 MK7, and it would all be 0. So, and we'll get back to that other chart in a second. But as you can see, there really is no comparison. Theirs is in a rock-hard tablet, full of additives, full of colors. Mine, because there's no additives in that small capsule, we have so much more room to give you what you actually want from your multivitamin, multimineral, multi-carotenoid, to get those things, vitamins, minerals, and carotenoids. We don't have space with all that other garbage. We give you the things that you want to be paying for. And mind you, less than 20 cents a day for the standard Essential 1, nothing standard about it. That gives 10 milligrams of CoQ10. If you want to multiply that by 10, 100 milligrams of CoQ10, it's a little over 30 cents a day.
I'm so grateful that Andrew was able to go through those charts, because I feel deep down that when Andrew shows that and we compare it to Centrum and One A Day and all the others, that we can't argue with it. That we're faced with the facts, and I can see it in black and white, and you say, well, absolutely, this makes sense. I don't know how else to articulate it other than to say to you watching at home as we stand here live at 18 minutes past 12, that I am not more confident about any other product that I talk about on HSN than I am about Andrew's product line. There is no greater thing that I present than this. Multivitamins are popular amongst all of us at all of our different ages, because it's easy and it's simple. We might not all eat as many vegetables and fruits as we should. We're maybe not all as healthy as we need to be. But you know what we can do? We can take a multivitamin. We can take just one a day, because we know that that's doing something good. If we're going to take this, if we're going to ask our partner, our husband, our wife to take this, we want to make sure that in this little capsule, there is more potency, more power, more ingredients that are beneficial than you could possibly imagine. This maximizes what we're doing. So I ask you sincerely, if you currently take a multivitamin, I hope we've shown you that this is better. Your money is better spent on Andrew's Essential 1 because you're getting more from it. If you don't take a multivitamin, maybe tonight you'll discover this, and every single day you will feel the benefits from it. If we had all night, I'd be happy. It still wouldn't be enough time though. Obviously, we only have 5 minutes left. I absolutely recommend it. From here to there to everywhere across the country, it is a bestseller, which is why there are over 4,300 reviews. Pricing is very important because Andrew only does this once a year. It's the economies of scale, because we'll sell thousands today we can afford to take a massive price cut. If you call tomorrow, that's where the pricing will be. If you call today, that's where the pricing is. This is Essential1, $69.90 for a year's worth of supply. It saves you $80. If you want 10 times the potency of Coenzyme Q10, which we know is one of the most important things that we can consider supplementing, then the pricing is a little bit more, but not a lot more. That 360 caps would normally be $262. Today it's $119, saving more than you're spending. Notwithstanding the fact, Andrew, whichever option you choose, this is an evolved formula. This is a brand new formula release.
And it is brand new. It was, as I said before, 20 years ago, it was better than any multivitamin you'd see today. And yet we once again improved it. It was a number of years ago that we added our methyl folate, because regular folic acid that you see in typical multivitamins, that regular folic acid, many people, I'm one of those people, can't use it, can't metabolize it. We lack the enzyme that's necessary to convert folic acid into 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, 5-MTHF. So again, there are so many aspects of this vitamin that make it just no comparison to the stuff you see on shelves, which really, to say it hasn't changed in my lifetime. I have an old poster at my office from one of the original vitamins back in the 1930s, 40s. I think it might even be from the 50s. It doesn't look all that dissimilar from a typical multivitamin you'd see today. It's actually kind of frightening in terms of how it's tableted, how it's made, what the formula is, what the levels of B vitamins are. Yet mine is different because we've followed the research. Things like lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, vitamin K2 MK7. You need to be getting them. They should be in your multivitamin, but unfortunately they're not. I was just going to read some reviews here, if I could. Maybe we'll go over the clock a little bit.
Yeah.
But here, and we have, mind you, on this formula, of a little over 4,000 reviews, over 3,600 of them are 5-star reviews, which lets you know that, what is that, about 80% of the reviews, almost 90% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. For a high potency multivitamin, multi-mineral, to think that probably 96, 97% of the reviews are positive reviews, and almost probably 85, 90% are 5-star reviews, that's pretty remarkable. And that's because it's unlike anything else in the world. But let's maybe read some of those reviews. So, best multivitamin ever. This is the best multivitamin ever. So small and very easy to take. No stomach upset. Yes, more expensive than store-bought, but not that much when you look at typical prices are not that far away from our 19 cents a day, but it is well worth it. Other brands have you take 2 or have one very hard to swallow tablet. Andrew has a good amount of vitamin D3 in his multivitamins, like a separate. I highly recommend it from Barber in Nebraska. Best multivitamin. I just love all of Andrew Lessman's supplements, excellent quality and ingredients. Happy I got this when it was a Today special, like today. Great value and excellent products to maintain your health. We only do this once a year. It won't be back until this time next year. I've purchased this for years and take it daily. Highly recommend. Best vitamins ever. It's funny. Best multivitamin ever. I love these because they have all the vital nutrients needed daily, but without upsetting the stomach. I take one daily and love the fact that they are manufactured here in the USA with entirely solar power. So no fossil fuels, all solar power. Keep up the good work, Andrew. Best choice in daily vitamin. I've been taking these vitamins for several years. No aftertaste, and overall amounts of diverse daily amounts cover all my dietary needs. I wouldn't take any other product, and I have been recommending Essential1 to all my friends. As we continue. Essential1 with vitamin D3 2000. I've been taking Andrew Lessman's Essential1 forever. Hands down, it is the best multivitamin on the market. My family and myself have been taking his vitamins for many, many years with noticeable benefits worth bragging about. I make sure we never run out of our favorite vitamins because we definitely notice the difference. Please let Andrew educate you. Do your homework. You won't find any better vitamin supplements anywhere. Nothing artificial ever. No additives ever. And again, we don't do any advertising. Perhaps we should. The way I look at it, the more you learn, the more you'll realize this is unlike any other product in the world. hands down. If you want a single capsule multivitamin, you will not find a more complete, more comprehensive, more pure, more exceptionally formulated in terms of things like vitamin K2, methylfolate, methyl B12 than this product you're looking at here today. And the reviews are, I encourage you to read them. They read like love letters, but they truly are. It's a unique formula. And it deserves that kind of praise because of all the hard work that it's gone into making it. And again, no additives, 100% pure, made entirely using solar energy and using the best form of each and every nutrient that it contains.
It's a win-win-win on every single level. I mean, you look at the hardcore facts, the potency, the power, how pure and how balanced it is. You say how easy it is on the stomach. Again, you can look at these other tablets on the table here. It's a beautiful rainbow of colors, but if you're taking a multivitamin that is like this, it's already not as good versus an amazing powder form. Again, no fillers, no binders, nothing that is artificial, only the best of the best of the best. I could tell you all these features and facts. I could tell you it's one of HSN's biggest selling products of all time. I could tell you it's one of the most highly reviewed products of all time. I could tell you that when I sit down with friends and family, and needless to say, the conversation always comes up, so what's good, what should I buy? I will always say Andrew Lessman, and I will always, first out of my mouth, say, do you take an essential multivitamin? And they say, yes, I do. And then I get into this whole conversation about why Andrew's is better. When you know, you know. Once you've tried it, you do understand. You can read the reviews and see how people feel better. They feel good because they know they're doing something good for themselves. It's a multivitamin. One that gives you many, many, many benefits. This only happens though one time a year, and today for the first time, with the addition of vitamin K2 MK7, it's now the most powerful and potent formula ever. All you need to do is decide, do I want to get Essential1, or do I want to get it with extra Coenzyme Q10? Obviously the price difference is very little. I get the one with blended with the Coenzyme Q10 because I just feel it knocks something else off the list and I feel even better with it, but pricing is phenomenal. Andrew, even down to that, all the benefits, all the plus points, all the extras, it's not even like you're spending more to buy Essential1 versus the other big name brands.
Oh, it's today especially, when you're looking at our pricing today, it's significantly less. Mind you, that's a year's supply. It's one capsule per day. When you simply look at the CoQ10 alone, the CoQ10 alone is almost worth the purchase price. Simply the vitamin D and B12 alone, because it's separate levels of both, would be worth the purchase price. You don't see, and I showed it in those charts, you don't see the levels of B12, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin E. You don't see the same forms either. The typical multivitamins give you, unfortunately, inferior forms, forms you wouldn't want to take. So by every measure, it's almost comedy. By every measure, their products are inferior. Their purity, their quality, the quality and choice of ingredients, ease of use, ease of swallowing, contains artificial colors. It's not even close. What I was going to do is just read a little science at the risk of boring everyone. But the science is talking, mind you, about inferior multivitamins when they tell you how important they are. So think of how important it is when you take a multivitamin that's actually formulated to work and respect the science. And that's what you see here. Again, our friends at the Journal of the American this is not Journal of the American Medical Association, Journal of the American Dietetic Association. Many Americans do not consume the amount and types of foods necessary to meet recommended micronutrient intakes. Almost all of us miss nutrient levels every day. As a result of low intakes of nutrient-rich foods and sedentary lifestyles, many Americans are falling short of vitamin and mineral recommendations. And now, from the Journal of the American Medical Association, multivitamins are recommended rather than individual vitamins because multivitamins are simpler to take and cheaper, as we see today, than the individual vitamins taken separately. That's why this is so affordable. Just for 7 of the key vitamins in here, you could spend 4 times the price. And because a large proportion of the population, this is a nice addition, and because a large proportion of the population needs supplements of more than 1 vitamin, we miss several vitamins every day from our food intake. And this is again from Journal of the American Medical Association. A daily multivitamin with its combination of essential vitamins and minerals, plus we add carotenoids that meet minimum RDA levels. We actually exceed them and follow the science, may replicate broader healthier dietary and food patterns identified in epidemiologic studies for cardiovascular disease prevention. That's how we base our formula, is based upon that epidemiologic research from the National Institute of Health, Office of Dietary Supplements. Taking a multivitamin mineral supplement increases nutrient intakes and helps people get the recommended amount of vitamins and minerals when they cannot or do not meet those needs from food alone. And last one, true, a healthy diet should provide nearly all the nutrients you need, but many people don't eat the healthiest of diets. Most people do not. Almost all of us do not. That's why a multivitamin can fill in the gaps and may have added health benefits as well. And just later on today, I'll read some of the charts that talk about specific health benefits from a multivitamin that's formulated as mine is formulated.
Best in the world. Thank you for all of your orders. hsn.com is your fastest way in. We have a lot of people grabbing theirs. It's an annual tradition. It's a time to stock up or maybe discover it for the first time. We're going to head over this way to our second of 3 today's specials, and it's another big one. It's